Hello everyone and welcome to my video presentation. I decided to share my study experience in Australia with you, so sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy my video. I spent my past 4 months on the beautiful sunny Gold Coast in southeast Queensland to study at Griffith University, which hosts over 45,000 students from all around the world. To make it more clear how this video is structured, I will list you the main points I will cover. First of all, I will introduce you to Australia, and then continue with the study system in general, with a focus on post-school education in Queensland. After that, I will continue with an introduction to my education institution here, and wrap it up by stating my personal experience. Located on the southern hemisphere, far away from everything, Australia is the biggest island and at the same time the smallest continent on planet Earth. With a population close to 24 million and a total area of 7.7 million square kilometers, Australia has the 7th lowest population density, with 3.3 people per square kilometer. Since it is hard to imagine this number, in comparison, Germany has a population density of 227 per square kilometer. However, it is also important to consider that 85% of the population resides on the coastline, since the centre, outback of Australia, is a plain desert with not many agricultural opportunities and a climate which is not the most comfortable to live in, with temperatures up to 48 degrees Celsius in summer. Moving on to the wildlife. Australia is home to more than 7,000 animal species and 21,000 plants. With 20 of the 25 deadliest snakes and more than 24 species of spiders, many people fear getting in contact with them, but it is quite uncommon to encounter these in cities. Indeed, there have been no spider deaths since 1980 until last year, when a young man got bitten by the highly venomous redback spider. With exclusive animals such as koalas, kangaroos, wallabies, wombats or quokkas, the uniqueness of Australian mammals is like nowhere else. The kangaroo is even Australia's national animal and represented on the national logo and the $1 coin. I will now continue with the educational system in Queensland. Before starting primary school, children attend a prep year which allows them to get used to being in a classroom, which teaches them basics such as the alphabet and easy mathematics. Primary school then starts from year 1 till year 6, and high school goes from year 7 to 12. After students finish year 12, they are eligible to enroll into universities. The study system in Australian universities is quite different to the one in Germany. One semester consists of 12 weeks with a study break between week 6 and 7. After 12 weeks, another study break, and 2 weeks of exams follow. Since each weekly class is being counted by the number of the week, students are able to keep a clear structure of the progress in each semester. One major difference is that the Mark IV course is not only graded by one final exam, but many assignments throughout the semester. For example, a course might have a midterm exam in week 6 worth 30% of the mark, a research essay due week 10, which makes up 30%, and a final exam worth 40%. Another interesting difference is that here, the way to count the current progress in one's degree is not counted by the number of semesters but the year. So when being asked about how far someone is into studying, the answer is usually year 1, year 2, year 3, and not 3rd semester, 4th semester, or 5th semester, like in Germany. Classes mostly consist of a lecture and a supporting tutorial. Lectures are held in bigger halls where the professor presents the weekly topic and students listen. All lectures last around 50 minutes and get video recorded so they are accessible online to watch on demand. Tutorials are usually classes of 20 students plus a tutor who reflects through the weekly topic by engaging students in discussions and group projects. These classes are usually around 2 hours. Moreover, there are also classes called workshops, which are a combination of a lecture and tutorial. These are usually a bit longer, around 3 hours, and are multiple presentation slides and supporting activities and tasks in turn. In the next part of my presentation, I will talk about my university and its features. Griffith University has 5 campuses located on the southeast coast, and I attended their biggest campus on the Gold Coast with 20,000 students. With a broad range of faculties, including the business school, law school, and med school with the hospital, I was enrolled in courses by the visual arts. The degree I took courses in was actually part of the Queensland College of Art, which was founded in 1881 and is one of Australia's oldest art institutions. The QCA became part of the university in 1991, but is still independent with its own buildings and own faculty. The campus offers many facilities, such as coffee shops, a lot of grassland to enjoy the sun, a huge library, many uni shops, a travel agency, a hairdresser, computer shops, post office, a uni bar, and a lot of restaurants. Since Griffith also has a sports college, the campus includes a running track, swimming pool, and tennis, basketball, and volleyball courts. An interesting area on campus is a future-inspired room called Red Zone, which offers video conference rooms, VR experiences, and game console playing corners. It is a nice spot to hang around with friends or to study other than the library. Finally, I will share my personal experience about this semester. I enjoyed the semester very much, especially the university vibe and the campus. I loved the weekly markets with food, live music, to catch up with friends, and meeting new people. The location in the heart of the Gold Coast allowed us to go to the beach any time of the day, and the weekends were filled with trips to national parks. The huge library was comfortable to study in, even though the AC was sometimes too cold, but with sweaters and snacks, I was always able to make it feel homely. In the beginning, it was funny to call my professors and tutors by their first name and vice versa. However, I realized that it actually creates a good relationship to your teacher, especially because the workshops and tutorials were held in smaller classes, which made it possible to form a friendship with teachers and classmates. Being enrolled in the QCA was also a unique experience, since we were a small faculty compared to the whole university, which created a personal feeling. My teachers were really supportive, and it was easy to talk to them whenever I wanted to receive feedback on my projects. We had our own design studios and buildings, which created a homely feeling. In the beginning, I had to get used to the system that I had multiple assessments per course, which would affect my final mark. However, I actually think that being graded on not only one final exam but on different projects is a more efficient way to study, since I was always working on a project throughout the semester, which kept me on track. The study level was not as high as I'm used to, but I had an impression that students here were in general more relaxed and happy about studying. The offer of university clubs was also a great way to experience and meet different people besides studying. Particularly for international students, they organized a group called Griffith Mates, which offered weekly trips, events, and gatherings to connect to friends from all over the world. What I did not enjoy was that the food prices were not student-friendly. The only available food shops on campus were restaurants with meals starting from $10. It was however great that we had at least a microwave area so students could pack their own lunch and heat it up. All in all, I learned so many different things in such a short period of time. I would recommend to anyone to study abroad, since it is such a good way to improve language skills and learn about many cultures. Even though it is a big step and it can be difficult to build up a complete new life in a new country, it helps a lot with personal growth. I'm so grateful for the time I got to spend here, and the memories I collected on this adventure. Life is like a book, and I'm sure I just wrote one of the best chapters of mine. Thank you for listening, and see you soon!